Okay, so let's discuss this question. A complete combustion of a hydrocarbon forms 1.10 gram of carbon dioxide and 0.45 grams of water. The molar mass is 84 gram per mole. The question is, determine the empirical formula and molecular formula of the hydrocarbon. Okay, so when you have a question like this, first thing first, you have to identify what compound it is. Okay, what compound it is. So usually there are two types of compound will be mentioned here. The first one is hydrocarbon. The second one, usually they will say organic compound. So for organic compound, usually it contains C, H, and O. But when it comes to hydrocarbon, it contains C and H. Okay, so in this case, this hydrocarbon only contains of C and H. Okay, so how can we determine the empirical formula? So we have to construct the Marmora. So let's construct Marmora. Okay, since it's a hydrocarbon, so it only contains carbon and hydrogen. So because this is Marmora, so we are going to start with mass. Okay, please write the unit G. Okay, so what we have to do next is to find the mass for carbon and also for hydrogen. How? Okay, to find carbon, the mass of carbon is equivalent to C over CO2 times 1.10 gram. So in this case, we count by using the molar mass. C is 12, CO2 is 44. So times 1.10 gram. Therefore, our carbon is 0.3 gram. So we are going to put here 0.3. Okay, so let me make this small first. Okay. Now next one, let's calculate mass of hydrogen. So in H2O, we have 2H. So 2H over H2O times 0.45 gram, which is equivalent to 2 over 18 times 0.45 gram, which is equivalent to 0.05 gram. Okay. So let's put it here. Right. Okay, so the mass for hydrogen is 0.05 gram. Okay. Now, next one, we have to calculate the mole. Mole. So 0.3 over 12, 0.05 over 1.0. You're going to get 0.05. And this one, you're going to get 0.025. So as you can see, the small one is this. Okay, so when it comes to ratio, 0.025 over 0.025, 0.05 over 0.025. So this one we're going to get 2, this one we're going to get 1. Okay. Therefore, our empirical formula is CH2. Okay. Now, as you can see here, another question is to find molecular formula. So molecular formula, let me highlight with purple. It is related with molar mass, always related with molar mass. So how can we find the molecular formula? We assume that it is N, which we don't know how much is the N, equals times with the CH2 empirical formula, equivalents to 84 gram per mole. So this N, CH2, if we calculate 12 plus 2 is 14, equals to 84. So N equivalent to 6. Therefore, the molecular formula is C6H12. So this is how we solve this question. Okay. So usually this will be the mark for this, this one, and this one.